Are you talking about making your decision on Saturday? Is that kind of a big thing you've been thinking about all week?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make my decision on Saturday, and I'm gonna make the decision on Saturday.
You been still thinking about it, or you kind of?
I keep thinking about it every night, but you just gotta go with your gut feeling, and you just gotta make the best. No matter where you go. See, I was in the point where I tried to make sure I knew everything about the school and the program that I was going to. Basically, how I got it narrowed down. I took the schools, and I said, let's take football away. Would I go to this school if it wasn't for football? And that helped me eliminate a lot of it. Because a lot of people tell you go to a school just because national championships. But I said, let's take the football away from the school, and could I see myself there? And that helped me out a lot.
How long have you sort of had your decision made or been comfortable with
I just got it narrowed down this week, really. I just being able to get out here and see why other players like schools and dislike schools helped me out a lot. And basically, you just had to go off what you wanted to do.
So, like, whose hats will you have on the table Saturday?
Who knows? We just have to see, man.
What's your relationship been like with Tennessee? I guess who have you been talking to there, and who have you gotten to know?
Mostly all the coach. Coach Dooley. He would call me. Justin Wilcox was the one that recruited me, and we had a good relationship. We kind of broke off with them at the end, but they steadily been recruiting me.
What stood out? I mean, you said you talked with Coach Dooley and Coach Wilcox. What stood out to you about those?
I didn't know much about Tennessee coming into Tennessee, but I had a player from my school that I was real close with to go to Tennessee, Robert Ayers. He was took first round by the Broncos. He went to Tennessee. He told me about Tennessee, but when he told me about Tennessee, he was able to tell me that about Tennessee as a program, and the coach that coached him, who knows, is the coach that coached him is now going to LSU, so it wouldn't be the same, So, you just had to weigh it in, weigh in the options and everything.
How much does it help when you can talk to somebody like that?
It helps a lot because they can give you a lot of knowledge. They can give you what they was told and what happened when they got there. So you're able to get a lot of knowledge, and that's the big thing. To be honest,
Even though his coach is gone, I mean, what did Robert say about his time at Tennessee?
Oh, man, he said, man, it's going to be your decision. He said, go wherever it's going to be best for you, man. He said that he had to, lead the state, and most of all our players that left the state was successful. Some of the ones that stayed in state wasn't too successful. So he just said, man, you got to get away and you got to experience things, other than just where you're at in South Carolina.
You got some people kind of trying to get you to stay in South Carolina, though?
Yeah, I had a lot of people trying to get me to stay in South Carolina, but it all turned down to my decision because they can't go to school for me or go to class for me. I always say, people tell you where to go to school at, you always say, well, if it wasn't for football and you just was a regular average person, would they pay for you to go to school? Nah.
Have you turned it back on anybody and said, well, I'll go there if you go to classes for me or anything like that?
No, I never told them that. I just kept it to myself. I always thought, how long have I been knowing this guy that's been telling me to go to this school, or, if I was just a regular individual, would he be trying to help me get in school?